Hi there. In this game review, I'll be looking into Neverwinter and if it's worth playing in 2020. This was the first time I ever played this game, so my point of view will be as a new player coming into it. Neverwinter was developed by Cryptic Studios, the creators behind Champions Online and Star Trek Online, and was released by Perfect World in 2013. In the character creation, you have a large variety of races to choose, 14 in number, but 5 of them are behind a paywall, and every race has their racial abilities. You have 8 classes: the Rogue, Cleric, Wizard, Ranger, Warlock, Paladin, Barbarian, and the Fighter. Nothing groundbreaking here. For your character customization, you have some variety of selections and some sliders. Nothing like Black Desert, but it's decent. And last, you have the option for your character's origin and his or hers affiliation. Ah yes, and one thing more which I forgot, there is no gender lock. Neverwinter has an action target system which is very responsive and helps a lot in making the game fast-paced. The action bar is very minimal, and if you have played Guild Wars 2, you'll see that they're very similar. You have 2 builder abilities, 3 finishers, and 2 ultimate abilities, which you can pick from your ability tree. You have some more slots for your healing mana pots, and a slot for your mount, but that's it. Sadly, the game isn't sandboxed. It's very heavily instanced, so if you want to go to a dungeon, you have to go through an instance. You want to go to another territory, same again. You want to go through a building, there's an instance. Get prepared to waste half of your time on loading screens if you don't have an SSD. One thing I liked was the short queuing times that the Dungeon Finder utility had, since higher level players are scaled down so they can join lower level dungeons, while they get gear for their item level, so it's a win-win situation for everybody. Another thing that I liked a lot in this game is its very friendly community. For me, the A and Z in an MMO is how much friendly or toxic the community is. Here in Neverwinter gets a 10 in my book. Whenever I asked for help in chat for a quest or how an ability tree works, there was always someone glad to help out. Even for group quests, I always found somebody to team up so I can speed up the process. One thing you should never forget to do is the legacy campaigns. They're a must-do so you can open up more boon abilities, bags, and loads of other goodies. Another goodie that the game offers is a mount which will help you a lot in moving around. But if you want something more special, you'll have to open your pocket and buy one from the store. Whenever I logged into the game, a big ad would pop into my screen trying to promote stuff from the store. It reminded me a lot of the predatory tactics that mobile games have. It would be much more tactful if they removed that thing. But we all know Perfect World tactics, and it's a thing you cannot avoid since the game is free to play. One thing I didn't like was the leveling process got really repetitive since the questing system is very linear. Kill X mobs, fetch Y items. They should have implemented other features so leveling wouldn't feel such a chore. As for the shop, it has many pay-to-win items which you need for further progress in the game if you don't want to remain as a casual player. We all know the Perfect World Entertainment has a more aggressive in-game shops in their games like Perfect World or Forsaken World, and sadly we see it here too. A lot of people will say that you can earn Zen by exchanging it with Astral Diamonds, but I think it's not worth the grind. Your abilities are broken down in 6 categories. The first one are the at-will abilities, which are your builders. Then you have the encounter abilities, which are your finishers. The daily abilities work as the ultimate abilities, where you build them while you're in combat. Then you have the mechanic, and they're used for crowd control. And the last 2 categories are class feature and feats, and they're mostly passive abilities. Another great feature is the companion system, where they can help you out in every aspect of the game. These companions follow the Holy Trinity system, and some of them work better with specific classes and specs. The main attraction for this game is its dungeon crawling. The dungeons are designed to be fast-paced from trash to boss fight, making it a great experience. In the 4 dungeons I have seen up till now, I was pleasantly surprised with the boss mechanics and of course the booby traps. That give some flavor to your adventures. With the Pirate King's Retreat being my favorite. I always have a soft spot for pirates. So, would you leave Final Fantasy XIV or WoW for Neverwinter? My opinion would be no. But if you want a solid game with great dungeons and an action combat system while not being a hardcore player, Neverwinter is one of the best options in the market. For my final verdict, I will give this game a 7 out of 10. My rating would be higher if the game didn't have such an aggressive in-game store. I hope you liked the review, so give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring that bell. Thank you.